Hey guys, and welcome back to our first, well not welcome back, welcome to our new series I'm going to start. This is Clever Team Building. Today I'm going to show one of my favorite sets for one of my favorite Pokemon. I have a whole bunch of Pokemon to choose from here. Now, I know what you're all thinking. Oh yeah, I should choose Suicune to do for my first one. No, that's going to come later in the series. First one I want to do for this series is going to be Zapdos. Now Zapdos can be used in many different ways, as I've seen. And one way that usually people run it is like, I don't know, Thunderbolt. Here's a set I've seen a couple times. I remember Thunderbolt, Heat Wave. I remember these weird moves that I don't think I could run. I don't think is right. And this is what I've seen. I've seen a set exactly like this, and it just didn't seem right to me. So I decided to make my own a long time ago, and this set has kept with me. Today we are doing my Toxic Stalling Zapdos set. That is definitely going to be a leftovers. You need something that you can recover health over time. And usually this item works for me very well. Pressure because static is not released yet. Then you got your movesets. There's a lot of moves you can choose from. And and yes, I did click U-turn. Some people do Volt Switch, but U-turn has no immunities. So that's why I see U-turn more often. I usually run Thunderbolt, Toxic, Roost, and Protect. This has been my set for a long time, and I think it's just amazing of how well this set really works for Zapdos. Zapdos's stats here, I don't really like using the suggested spread. When it comes to these, don't listen to this. Instead, I usually like to do like 248 in HP, 248 special defense because I want it to be especially defensive wall. They want to do 4 in special attack. I want at least a little more special attack than 4. I want 12. I would like to get up to 290. That's usually what I do, so I usually go down to 246 each and bring it up to 16. This is what I do. From there, I just bring down the attack and up the special defense, and as 304, 290, I think this is just a beautiful set. For me, it's worked time after time after time after time after time. It's just come in so much handy for every team I've ever built. And I think that you guys should maybe use this in a couple of your teams. It's helped me get up the ladder. On my other account, I just created this account like literally 5 minutes ago. In my old account, I was like 1200 on the ladder, which doesn't seem that big, but that account was only made like not even 2 months ago, and I was up to the high 1200s, and it really worked. Zapdos was on most of my teams, except for one, because Zapdos didn't really fit on the team. I was thinking about these team buildings, and I know what you guys are thinking as well. It's just not enough time. It's just for a video, so I've decided I'm going to do 2 Pokemon every video. So with Zapdos, I looked around with these Pokemon. There are many Pokemon I really do like in OU. Like Raikou is awesome, but I needed a Pokemon that I had my own set for, which took a while, but I want to run Bloom here. Bloom can be run in so many variety of ways. I've seen effects for, I've seen Poison Heal, I've seen Technician, I've seen all of them. and all the sets work well. But just one day I sat down and just looked at its stats, and I saw that it was just mediocre. It wasn't that good. I was like, I could make my own set to accommodate for that. So, Mach Punch, Bullet Seed, Rock Tomb, Spore. Spore can be run, but I've had some moves that I put out differently for Spore, like Protect. I've done Protect works as well. I've actually successfully run a bulk up one as well, which was really fun to do because I could just bulk up and start Mach Punching everything to hell. I've actually tried Swords Dance and Synthesis. There are so many moves to choose from. I've tried Power Punch because of Technician, it raises it. You could try a whole bunch of different things, but my main set is to go with Spore just in case. Because if there is a slower fire type, immediately I'm going to Spore that thing. So I can put it to sleep and then Rock Tomb it to its end. Talonflames? Yeah, I've actually... Yeah, I ran a Focus Sash once on the set, and lived a Brave Bird from a Talonflame, Spored it, and Rock Tomb it to its ultimate end. So, like I said, you could run a Focus Sash for any moves that might want to hit you, so you can hit more than once. Well, sometimes you can hit more than once, so the Focus Sash really doesn't come in handy, so most of the time I run a Life Orb Technician set. This is my basic set for Balloon. But like I said, there's a variety of moves you could choose other than Spore. There's a variety of items you could choose other than Life Orb. And sometimes some people just want to run a Poison Heal, Toxic Orb, Mach Punch, Leech Seed, Bullet Seed, and stuff like that. I've seen those sets before, but I think this one works best for like leads. I know that Mach Punch from this thing can take down a Greninja, like one hit KO. I know a Bullet Seed. If you get 4 Bullet Seeds, you can take down a Sableye and a Gengar. It's just, this is such a good set to run. It can take down many Pokemon leads. The big counters to this, though, would definitely be Ferrothorn, with Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet with its high defenses. Like, Ferrothorn, 131 defense. That's incredible. Iron Barbs, Rocky Helmet, you know, those sets, that can just completely counter Balloon in sakes that he really can't do much to a Ferrothorn. But you know, oh god, went back here. Other sets that I can take down. I've taken down a Landorus. I've taken down a Latias before, which I don't know how I did that, but yeah, I did. Sylveon's another counter to Balloon. Sylveon's a big counter. Alakazam's a big counter. Chansey. Lots of people like to run Eviolite Chansey. Breloom is the perfect counter for Chansey, because defense with Eviolite is 10. I don't think Chansey wants to take a Mach Punch from a Technician Life Orb Breloom. Which, Keldeo, Bullet Seed one-shots. Heatran can take the hit, maybe. I believe Heatran could take 1 Mach Punch and take you out. Unless you have a Focus Sash, then GG. Gardevoir is a counter for Balloon. There's lots of counters for Balloon, but there's also a lot of Pokemon that he can take down. A lot of leads, a lot of good leads. Balloon can take them. Like, I've seen people run UU Pokemon as their leads. I've seen Blissey. Blissey can't take a hit. It's pretty much the same thing as Chansey, actually worse. Just so many Pokemon that can't really take down Breloom without losing a Pokemon on your team. One of the biggest counters, though, I'd have to say, for Breloom would either be Scizor or Landorus T. Landorus T's Intimidate can pretty much cripple Breloom, rendering it useless. From there, you either have to sack it off or switch it out, which is not that good, but I usually like to save Breloom in those situations. Zapdos's counters go from... Zapdos pretty much counters any non-steel type, because I've seen this Zapdos can eat up Ice Beams. Weavile is a big counter to Zapdos, but if you can hit it with a Thunderbolt, it's going to take a lot of damage. It's not based around special defense. Talonflame can't take a Thunderbolt. Even with me only have 16 in special attack, it still takes it out. Slowbro can, I believe, live 1. And then it goes down to his second one. Skarmory is actually not a counter for Zapdos, because even though I'm a Toxic Star, Thunderbolt still does a lot. Scizor is a giant counter to Zapdos. I don't really like to run these two on a team because they're both countered by Scizor. And Mega Scizors. Celebi doesn't counter Zapdos. Zapdos takes down Celebi with Toxic. Actually, Zapdos takes down Breloom with Toxic. Bisharp is a kind of counter. It takes a Thunderbolt pretty well, but it doesn't like the chip damage over time. Azumarill definitely can't take a Thunderbolt. Well, can it? It might be able to take one. I don't think it can, though. There are lots of Pokemon, like with Breloom. There are lots of Pokemon that counter Zapdos, but there's a lot of Pokemon that Zapdos counters. And these two are pretty much my game changers in most of my matches, which is what I love about the two of them. Now onto Breloom stats. This, again, I don't like to listen to it because it's telling me to up my special defense. What's the point? Here's what I do. I usually go, again, I don't really like the 252 thing. Only with speeds on Choice Specs Alakazam or Choice Specs Alakazam or Choice Specs Gengar was when I run 252 on speed, because I could speed type Latios and Latias and other Gengars. I'd like to run the 252 with that one. Instead of running the defenses, I want to run the 12 in HP, just so I might be able to take a hit. It only puts 3 up there. I could do 12 here. No, not 12 here, but it also only ups it by 3. So I've always been debating these two. I run different ones. It's your choice here. 12 and 12. I really don't think it makes a difference. But yeah, I usually just like to run this set. Let me get Ferrothorn out of here. Delete. So yeah, that is our team building session for today. If you guys would like to leave more, all you need to do is press the like button, and I will extremely appreciate it, and I will definitely make more. So, alright. So I guess that's it for this team building session, like I said. In the next video, I will be researching 2 UU Pokemon that I really appreciate. You'll have to find that out next time. But, until then, guys, I will see you later. Ciao.